Yeah, my fellow Ambalanders, my fellow viewers. Today we are going to talk about some 10 of those myths that uh, we want to clarify the the purpose of the Ambazonian struggle. Okay, and some people don't understand where Ambazonian struggle started and where it's going. We have been in this fight for 8 to 9 years, but before then, the Ambazonian struggle has been there long ago before this time around. The armed struggle started in 2016, 2017, but not the Ambazonian struggle itself, because there had been long ago. We had the historical background of that, okay, before 2016. So people should not misunderstand the difference between 2016, before pre 2016 and post 2016. Those are two different eras. Okay, pre 2016 was the era of NCNC, SCAPO, all these groups that were created back then. AGC. Now you have is AGOFC, but these are the groups that were there before 2016. So people should not get that different, okay? Our people have been incarcerated long ago before 2016. Those activists who were fighting for the independence struggle went through so much. The Molanjo Litumbe, the Justice Ebong, all these people who went and declared independence in the Radio Boya back then. So they had been fighting long ago. So the people who hand over power, hand over the baton of the struggle, they are no more there. Majority of those people are not there. So this is a generational something. It's a movement. It's not just somebody calling any name that you can call now, okay? That is what I want to talk today. I want to talk about this. So please make sure you share as we start the show. Make sure you share this, share. Far. Let me see you sharing. Are you sharing? Make sure you share, please. Let me see how you share. Hope you share, please. Let's start the show, okay? If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you share and follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? And press the alert button so that whenever I come on air, you will see me, okay? Whenever I'm live, you will see me. So make sure you press that alert button and the subscribe button, okay? Yes, so today I have 10 points to make. This 10 point is to clear the doubt about the Ambazonian movement, okay? Number one, the foundation of self-defense, okay? The Ambazonian movement is primarily aimed at achieving self-determination for the people of Southern Cameroon, okay? According to international law, self-determination is a legitimate right, okay? A legitimate right to pursue and should be distinguished from acts of terrorism. We are following what is in the United Nations. Self-determination is a human right, okay? And our people, from when they realized that when they went to Fumban, they were fooled, they started this movement. they started reclaiming, try to say, hey, we were full in Fumban. And Aijo told us so many nice discussion that, oh, we're going to have our own government, we're going to have our own prime minister, we're going to have everything. But that's not what we see now. So the people start this movement of the independent movement started back then. So this is not something that you know. I see people calling Ayok Tabe today. They'll be calling Chris Ano. They'll be calling Sako. These are not people who started this movement. These are just people who are continuing the movement. So you are talking to the wrong people. Talk to our ancestors, the Fonchas and the Endelis, the Molanjoli Tumbes, the Justice Ebong. Those are the people who started this movement. It is not Sako or Chris Ano who gave the name Ambazonian. Ambazonian is a name that was given since 1984. 84, imagine then. Because they wanted to switch from the colonial name Southern Cameroons to another name. You remember most African countries change their name because they want to assert their own identity. Okay, so this has nothing to do with anybody today. It's just something that your dad hand you the baton of power. You are the heir. Okay, say take and continue this what we started. So I don't understand. There are people who don't know the history of Southern Cameroon. They should go and read the history of Southern Cameroon. A recognized country, 64 countries voted. That takes me to my second point, the historical grievances. Number 2, historical grievances. The movement has historical roots based in long-standing grievances regarding marginalization, oppression of the people of Southern Cameroon. The people of Southern Cameroon brought everything to this union because they were given 2 options in 1961. Do you wish to become independent by joining the Federal Republic of Nigeria, or you wish to become independent by joining the La République du Cameroon on an equal status as a federal system? Nigeria is a federal system. So if we had joined Nigeria, it would have been just like one of the states in Nigeria, because Nigeria is a typical federal system, right? But it did not work that way. Our people said, hey, let's join Cameroon this time around. Last time the British colonized us together with Nigeria. For 40 years, we were living side by side with Nigeria. But the relationship was not that good. That is why they said, hey, what we have seen with the Nigerian people is not something that we have to endure again. So let's try this, our brother on the other side of the Mongo, the French Cameroon. That's why they had to switch to see if it can work out. All these are experiments. The United Nations never granted us independence by saying that we'll stay with any of these 2 countries. They said because of our economic instability, it's better for us to be federated with one of these 2 countries. So when people are talking today, they don't understand that Ambazonia did not start today. So you can lock up Ayaba, you can lock up Seseko Ayok Tabe. It will not stop anything because it's a movement. It means that it's moving from generation to generation. You can arrest 50 activists today. Ambazonia have 8 million people. It will continue. You can kill 100 generals. You can kill 200 soldiers. It will continue. Number 3 point. brought civilian support. From the time the movement started in 2016. It was the people of Southern Cameroon that marched across Ambazonia. It wasn't the people in the diaspora. It was a broad civilian support. The people of Southern Cameroon in Ambazonia march in their numbers to show their support for the struggle. But because of the barbaric nature of the government in power, the Biya regime scare away most of people. The refugees, the armies were sent to do scorched earth policy. They were killing people, but that is because they wanted the fear-mongering tactic. But the diaspora took over because the diaspora was more safe, and the people of Ground Zero understood that they preferred the movement to be in the diaspora, because that is the activity, the active nature of the struggle today. But it did not mean that the people in Ground Zero were not in support of the movement. No. And that's the mentality some of these newspapers and TV stations are trying to portray down there. No, the people are very in support. Why do you think Ghost Town every Monday is still respected today? For 8 years, the people of Southern Cameroon are respecting Ghost Town. It tells you what? It tells you that they are in support of the movement. There will be 11 February every year. That's how the lockdown continues. Every year there is lockdown for 11 February. Every year there is lockdown for 20 May. You know what happened in 11th of February. You know what happened in 20 May. I will not go to that. Those days that the La Republic government is claiming that is the day of our reunification, our independence. No. La Republic is the only country that does not celebrate their independence. The only country in the world. Why? Because they have made their people to understand that our independence was together. No. La Republic had an independence in 1960. 1st of January, without Ambazonian or Southern Cameroon. In the next year now, the United Nations granted our independence. And they were asking us 2 questions. Do you want to join Cameroon, La Republic du Cameroon, or you want to join Nigeria? So it was up to us, with the promises made by Aijo back then, the former president of La Republic du Cameroon, that we'll have our own government, we'll have our own prime minister, we'll have our own things. We'll control our own. But when we came, Aijo usurped, changed everything, and he saw the resources, he saw everything. He had to change his mind, cancel the federal system, made the fake referendum in 1972. And that's how they destroyed the union. It is since then that our people started the struggle for Southern Cameroon independence. Because we realized that we were fool. Our parents were duped to come into the union. So the struggle is not today. So it's a generational fight. And something that is generational cannot stop. Because each generation continue it. When we finish, we'll hand it to the next generation. The next generation will continue the fight. Because we know that this thing is not us that started the fight. I don't know if some people don't understand this. We did not start it. We're just continuing what we knew our parents started. That's what we have to understand. Number 4 point. Emphasis on advocacy and dialogue. Many Ambazonian leaders are committed to using advocacy, peaceful means, international lobbying to further their cause. Very, very true. But does the La Republique government is ready to dialogue peacefully? No. They have been convinced by France that they can win the war militarily. They have been convinced by the materials that they have, the military things that they have, that they can win. But the Ambazonian leaders have been there when they went to Switzerland for negotiation. They were there first in the room, waiting for La Republique government. When La Republique government came, they played all the cunning nature they could, and they ran away from Switzerland. Canada discussion came also. Leaders went to Canada. La Republique government still backtracked from the discussion. The same thing that they did in Switzerland. So the Ambazonian leaders are ready for negotiation. Before there were the thing, they say, oh, the leaders are not united. The leaders are this. No, when it comes to negotiation, all the leaders are there. That is why La Republique withdrew from most of this discussion, because they thought that, oh, they have brought in infighting among the leaders. So when there is a discussion, the leaders will be divided, and they can easily penetrate like that. You know, they are very cookish in their mindset. They always think of how to dupe, how to corrupt. So it did not work. That's why La Republique backtracked from the negotiation process for both Switzerland and Canada. Today, the war is still ongoing. You saw a soldier who abandoned the fight. He abandoned the fight because he said majority of those soldiers, Cameroon military, abandoned the fight is because they saw nothing good. They said the fight is useless. They don't know why they are fighting. They're asking the government to go to negotiation. You cannot have a people that have a journey course. You don't want to go to negotiation with them. Okay, what is the problem with the government? Why is it that the government cannot sit and talk with these leaders, the Ambazonian leaders? What is the problem with the government of Cameroon? They cannot talk. They don't want to talk. They don't want. But look at what other countries are doing. Even the strongest countries in the world still go to negotiation. Did America not negotiate with the Taliban in Afghanistan? Did Israel not finally negotiate with the Hezbollah and all those guys? You can have those might. Israel is the one supplying arms to La Republique du Cameroon. Israel is the one supplying arms to La Republique du Cameroon. But they are selling arms. But they know that when it comes to war, you can fight, but there is time that you will say, hey, okay, enough is enough. Because there is casualties on both sides. There are casualties on both sides. So if you continue this war, this is what's going to happen. But look at it that way. The leaders are ready for negotiation process. The negotiation process have to start. Okay. But think of it. The struggle along the years, they have tried to infiltrate, trying to buy over some of the restoration fighters, try to do all those things. Okay. That is what happened. And at the end of the day, that is the problem, where you have some people who are being bought over, and so on. So, but that has not stopped it. Some black legs and all those people came around, and where are they today? All the black legs that had all this, they knew that they were just fighting a loose battle, because you cannot fight against your people, and you cannot fight against truth. You can fight against all what you want, but you cannot fight against truth. Point 5, the rejection of systematic violence. Along the years, the government of Cameroon has used violence against our people. But in 2016, when the people stood up, the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonian, stood up and said enough is enough. That is how the crisis started. Along the years, our people have suffered, been illegally jailed, put in incommunicado detention. They were being extrajudicial killings, mass murders, and scorched earth policies that we see. That is what the people of Southern Cameroon have been going through along the years. But in 2016, the whole country stood up and said enough is enough. They marched from Boya to Bamenda, from Mamfe to Kumbo. They were marching from Kumba to Fundong. They were general protests. That is when the government of Cameroon declared war. Yes. That is how you see that this movement gained ground, because it stems from the people. Okay. Number 6 point, international attention and legitimacy. We have seen that along the years, because thanks to social media, thanks to all this movement, thanks to all this international organization, thanks to United Nations, we have seen that the international attention has been focused on Ambazonia. The case of Southern Cameroon has been brought in front of the United States Senate, in front of the UK House, in front of the EU, in front of most of these international organizations and governments have discussed the Ambazonian struggle. So it's not new. Okay. Thanks to the United States government, the Ambazonian people were given TPS together with Ukraine, the temporary protected status. So we are thankful to that, because it's still most Southern Cameroonians who came to America are still benefiting from this program. The same America sanctioned Cameroon for its activities in Ambazonia through the AGOA, the Africa-America Free Trade Agreement. The same, the U.S. government sanctioned government officials from Cameroon who are enjoying from the largesse of this war. That is what happened. But that is how the movement gained support, because of all these United Nations cries for negotiation and the conflict, the extrajudicial killing, all this court policy that the international organization like Amnesty International have, Human Rights Watch, they have seen the crimes committed by the Cameroon military in Ambazonia. Point number 7, the legal and moral framework. Okay. The legal and moral framework. Okay. What do we say by the legal and moral framework? La Republic does not want to go for negotiation because they don't have any legal and moral argument. Okay. That's why when they go for negotiation, they are going there just to try to see which leader can be bought over. We have had the experience in Switzerland. We have had the experience in Canada. La Republique did not send their ministers. They sent different people working in the ministries to come for the negotiation. The issue of legal framework is that the Ambazonian people are ready. They are fighting with all their heart and mind because they know the cause is legal. If it was not legal, you cannot register something that is illegal or something that have a terrorist connotation in America. The Ambazonian government registered. The Ambazonian government opened a diplomatic mission. The Ambazonian government hired lobbyists to help in the process. So all these are things that the Ambazonian government has done. But it doesn't tell well on the side of La Republic, because they want to use the fraudulent means. Okay, the legal and on or the international framework for the legal and moral objectivity of the struggle is contrasted to that of La Republic, with the terrorist mentality that they don't see any legal path, so the only path they see is military. It's military, so that's what they face. Number 8 is targeted actions. Okay, unlike other groups that or other like organizations that often target civilians and indiscriminately, or any other group that is terrorist inclined, Ambazonian movement does not target a civilian. Okay, war is being fought by those men in uniforms. Okay, the Ambazonian government, the Ambazonian people do not do that. They protect their civilians. They make sure that everybody is in a safe condition. Okay, yeah. The 9th call for peaceful dialogue. Okay, we have seen prominent figures within the movement that have expressed a very strong desire for constructive negotiation with the Cameroon government. Okay, this really signifies the readiness for the Amazonian leaders to negotiate, right? But the government of Cameroon is still, not ready for dialogue yet. Okay. The last one is distinction from extremism. Is that we have made our cause until we have gained support. The United Nations have discussed our crisis. The EU, US, AU, all these different paths have understood our struggle at this time. Okay, we don't need much explanation to anybody. Okay, so the Ambazonian movement represents a legitimate struggle for rights and self-determination, rooted in the historical context. Okay, so we are hoping that our people will follow and do the right thing, because that's only the right thing that can save us. If you are in this struggle, you are doing the wrong thing, change your ways. Okay, let's have a clear differentiation from other groups, other things. No. Okay, we want to make sure that we achieve this before the end of the year. We have a goal, we have a mission that we're gonna achieve. Okay, thank you. Please make sure you share widely, and God bless the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia.